Holy crap guys, you are not going to believe what had happened. Tesla might have just revealed the entire Robotaxi design in the past 24 hours. Now it comes at no surprise that we are going to be seeing something incredible happening on October the 10th, but the main focus of this event ultimately is going to be a vehicle that's not going to be for sale for the public, is going to be a car built for the ride-hailing fleet. So being that that's the case, it's good to keep in mind that the car might not be as extravagant or as good looking as some might expect. What they're going after here is a car that can be as durable and as reliable as possible, but at the same time be comfortable and spacious. Over the past few months, there has been a lot of excitement and anticipation over this event. It was originally planned for August the 8th, as this is the lucky number in China, and for various other reasons, this is the day we all looked forward to seeing. But as the weeks went on and delays were confirmed by Elon, we had a new ETA that eventually turned into the official date. So October the 10th is exactly that day, and it's coming in less than 1 month from today. We have been given the location of where it's happening, when it's happening, and how the event is going to take place. There is a high likelihood that Tesla will be giving out demos and test drive of the Robotaxi, giving you a feel of what the experience will be. It will take you throughout the entire so-called city of Warner's Bros, replicating what it would be in real life. However, we have gone through an entire breakdown of what this means in terms of actual self-awareness versus pre-mapping and data collection that they have been doing over the past few weeks. If you want to know more about this and the rotating seats that has been exciting the entire Tesla community, go check out my previous video. I'll link that in the description below and up top there. So now let's take a look at what had happened over the past few days and what had just been spotted in the last 24 hours. According to a Reddit user that goes by Dented Wheels, for the past week Tesla has been driving testing vehicles around at night. It looks to be the same fleet of vehicles doing the extensive data collection in these highlighted areas. And of course, at no coincidence, the highlighted area is the exact map of where the entire Warner Bros. Studios will be and where the event will eventually take place. Furthermore, according to Dented Wheels and what he believes, these vehicles here could be used as part of the full self-driving test loop to essentially practice the path before Robotaxi takes a go. Now, as surprising as it is for all of us, Tesla has done a great job keeping the design and looks of this car a complete secret over the past few years. Not a single blip was revealed, and all we had was the same renders over and over that we have been seeing over the last little while. However, as we get closer to this event, the day has finally come and we are here with the first leak of this new Robotaxi. Recently spotted by another user on Reddit that goes by Boopity Mops, a heavily disguised prototype of the Tesla Robotaxi was seen rolling around the studio. This vehicle here is something that we have never seen before and looks like it came right out of a Pixar movie. It has all the lumps and bumps that would make it practically impossible to look the way it does, and it's covered in bright yellow wrap. So here, as we would typically do, let's dive into every aspect of this car and see what it could possibly really be. First off, this vehicle is significantly smaller than what we were expecting, roughly about 15 feet long, and would likely be a two-seater configuration. Comparing it to the Model Y right on its back, this is going to be noticeably smaller in every area, and it could even be smaller than that of the current Model 3. As we expected, this car is going to be set up for full autonomy from the beginning, so they've removed the side mirrors and added the new camera suite as we've spotted on the Model 3s previously. The headlight looks slightly different than what we have on the Model Y, but also looks different than what we have on the new Model 3 Highlands. This looks to be more vertical and has a lot more visibility. Now that's not all. Going back to what I had originally mentioned about the car looking like it came out of a Pixar movie Cars, this design here is really cartoonish and looks like Tesla has purposely done this to hide the overall design. Out of all the areas that we can visually see from these pictures, the two that really stands out is going to be the trunk and the wheels. To To begin with, the trunk, if it can still be called a trunk at this point, is noticeably bigger but a lot more flatter with the roof sloping down into that bucket. This is really great if you're trying to haul larger stuff in a self-driving car, but for aerodynamics and for practically anything else, this design just doesn't make sense. Then on to the funky looking wheels. We originally had the render start out as a tri-wheel design, which a lot of us are accustomed to at this point, but sticking to their original render and design, they are going with 4 wheels, but it's going to look really weird. Starting off, you're going to notice a sheen to the tires. Now comparing it to the Model Y in the back, we don't have that reflection, but this might just be coming from the lamppost, so we're just going to push this aside. But the other thing here you're going to notice right away is the staggered setup that this Robotaxi has. The rear has been fitted with something incredibly odd, either a 21 or 22 inch wheel. This is in comparison to the front, which is either a 19 or 20 inch, maybe even the lower end 18 inches, we don't know for sure. But if you just look at it from the front end, you're going to notice that they are truly staggered. Now the weirdest thing is a larger tire like this, the 21 inch, is going to be reserved for the performance cars such as the Model S Plaid. That is the only car that does have it at this point, and the fact that it's on such a small car being like this just doesn't really make sense. Now of course, if we compare it to the Model Y behind it, you're going to notice that it is larger, but it's not noticeably larger just because the Model Y has always had the 20 inch larger tires. So knowing that this is larger than that means that we get an idea of what we can expect out of this car. Even though this is just the prototype and the first look and leak of the car, now we get a good idea of what Tesla is planning, and with this wheel design, maybe there could be a performance version of the Robotaxi that does 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. It's either that or Tesla is really trying to psych us out with all the crazy designs of this car, making sure that there is no indication that this is a new vehicle for the Robotaxi or the Cybercab coming out on October the 10th. Now so far over the past 24 hours, there has been a lot of comparisons and memes that have come out, and a lot of them have been pretty spot on. But the one here that has really caught my eye and is really similar to what we see on the Robotaxi is one that is exclusive in the Australian market. This is called the Ute, and if I'm saying it wrong, please somebody correct me, but it looks practically the same in every single angle of the car. You got the flat back, you got the weird looking front, and it just looks overall like this car was shifted over to the Robotaxi. So yeah, after hearing all this, what do you guys think about this? Are we ahead of the game, or is Tesla really just playing with us all the way until this event takes place? Let us know what you think in the comments below. What do you think the overall design is going to look like? Is it going to look like this, where the lines are just fake and that the overall is going to take the same resemblance as the Model Y and the Model 3? Anyways, I will keep an eye out on everything that comes up, so make sure you stick around and hit that subscribe, that bell notification if you haven't already done so, and follow me on Twitter at HeyJohnE. Over there you guys can chat with me and DM me. I will respond as quickly as possible. This should be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is John once again. Peace out.